Hello, friends. So stay hydrated. Whoa, I just spilled water all over my chair. So stay hydrated to keep the medication flowing through your body. So today's video is most memorable seizure experience. And since I don't really trust my memory, I took notes on it. So this was, let me see, like in December, and my sister and I were at my aunt's house. So, let me paint the picture. Let me just wipe this water down. Sweet. So, I was in the living room with my aunt. We were watching TV, and my sister was in the bathroom. So, I'm watching TV, and for about like 20 minutes, my brain wasn't feeling right. I wasn't getting auras, but my brain wasn't feeling right. I was getting tingles, but it wasn't like the like good tingles. It was like you're about to have a seizure, boy. But I kept on telling myself, just keep control, keep control, keep control. But when it comes to seizures, we don't even have control at all over these things. So then a few minutes passed and it happened. My brain short circuited. And when I usually have grand malls, my jaw kind of goes like it goes like this, and my whole body like shifts to the left, and my arm like completely like tightens up, and I do like this grunting sound. I don't want to do it right now because I don't want to scare my sister in the other room. So I do this grunting sound, and my friend described, and I do this like death scream. That's how my friend describes it. So I started doing this grunting sound and this death scream, and I hear my aunt like scream at my sister. My sister's in the bathroom. She's like, "Your brother's having a seizure. Your brother's having a seizure." So I'm doing this like grunting sound and like this death scream, and I'm like, and consciously I know what's going on, because like during a seizure, in my experience, I'm consciously there. Like my mind and body just completely like separate. So I'm consciously there, but my body is just like, whatever, I'm out of here. So I'm consciously there. I'm like, oh God, it's happening again. So I'm seizing, and I'm laying to the side because my sister finally comes and she's laying me to the side, but I'm still conscious. So during my grand malls, or usually, excuse me, usually during a grand mal, you go unconscious, you black out. But during this one, I was completely conscious during all of it, during this whole episode. So I'm like this, like I'm seizing, and my sister is right with me, and I'm literally like, I'm trying to talk to her like with my eyes, like I'm seizing during all of it. So I'm like this, so I'm laying, and I'm like drooling all over myself, because like during the seizure, during a seizure, it's like your central nervous system is like shutting things down. It's really weird. Like everything's like numb, like from right here, like from like here like down, like your throat like tightens up. You can't feel your face. Um, I was like telling my mind like breathe. I'm trying to breathe, but I'm not breathing for 20 seconds. So when you're not breathing for 20 seconds and seizing at the same time, those 20 seconds feel like a lifetime, honestly. It's such a horrible feeling of not being able to breathe and like trying to breathe. Like I was literally suffocating, and it was so It was the most uncomfortable thing I've ever felt. So I'm seizing and like trying to breathe, and it it's horrible. So I'm drooling all over myself, and then my aunt comes with a towel, and I finally like come out of it, like I come out of the seizure, and I hear something like making some weird like like some crazy noises, and I'm consciously thinking like, is that me? Is that me making those noises? Because I still can't feel my face like at all. I'm like, is that really me making those noises? And it was me. Like it sounded like some weird like monster thing. And like I was like, what? So so I come out of it, and I can finally feel my face again. I'm starting to actually be able to breathe, and I'm just like gasping for air. I'm just like gasping for air. So I take the towel, wiping my drool off, and I'm like breathing inside the towel because it feels like I can breathe better inside the towel. And I'm just like, what just happened? Did I really just experience a seizure, like fully conscious? How did this happen? I usually black out, or I was able to see like my family's reaction to me seizing. It was just, not only was it interesting for me because I was fully conscious during this grand mal, but it was eye-opening, honestly, because I was able to see my family's reaction, and it is traumatizing for them on in it. Yes, it is traumatizing for them, especially like my sister, because I can't even count like on my hand how many times she's seen me seize, and that that's horrible. It it breaks my heart. Fuck. So I come out of the seizure, and I start like smiling, cuz cuz during the seizure I'm like staring at them, and I know they know that I'm awake, and I'm like kind of aware, and I'm like smiling, and I'm like I started laughing. I'm like, fuck, like ha 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 ha. And when I get my speech back, and I'm like I was fully conscious during all that shit. Like I was awake during all of that. That was the first time I was ever conscious. It was just a crazy experience, honestly. Like wow. So, if you're open to sharing your story of your most memorable seizure experience, I would love that opportunity of hearing your story. Thank you for watching.